as you know by now, has stepped away from the team. He has been dealing with some significant health issues for months. Heart issues, coughing up blood, sleep deprivation. Lou hopes to establish a healthier routine in his days away from the team. Medication he's talked about publicly. Here is LeBron's reaction from this earlier.
It's like losing one of your best players, obviously. The guy that's the, pretty much, the captain of our ship and, has run the thing for the last 3 years. But, everyone has to step up. We have coaches in place that's ready for that challenge, and we have to do our job as players as well.
And we are thrilled now to welcome in Lee Jenkins from Sports Illustrated.
Thank you guys.
And in a tie.
Well, I thought I had to match up, but I thought you'd have like a Jalopy sports writer on I could match up with.
Right.
I can't compete right now.
I know,
no, that ain't happening this way, Lee. No.
But that's not going to stop you from being here today. Gosh darn it, you're overcoming your sartorial obstacles, and you're here. Yeah. We appreciate that.
I'm like the 16 seed. I'm here for a little while.
We do want to talk about something more serious. We were talking during the break, right?
Yeah.
All of these coaches.
3 coaches.
Steve Clifford.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr.
Right?
Ty Lue. I mean, I think it's easy to say, well, when you coach LeBron James, what did David Griffin say? You're the keeper of Babe Ruth's legacy. Like, there's going to be strain there, right? There's going to be stress. It's like dog years, probably, if you're coaching a LeBron James team. But now this is 3 coaches, Rachel. And I flashback, I did an interview with Brad Stevens this year. Team got in at 3 a.m. from Chicago. I interviewed him at 9 a.m. That's when he wanted to do it. He was there to watch Gordon Hayward work out. Where's the sleep? He wasn't. I'm sure he'd already gone over film and everything else. Byron, is this new? Is this lifestyle that these guys have new, or are they just, are the pressures different? What happened?
No, I don't think it's new, and I don't think the pressure's that much difference. It's just the fact that it's the media coverage is different. That's one of the biggest things. And guys, I really believe that there are coaches back in my day, in the 80s and 90s, that went through the same things that a lot of the coaches that we see that have taken a leave of absence. But at that particular time, it wasn't man enough to come out and admit it, that you were having problems or that something was going wrong. You just tried to deal with it, and you might secretly talk to the team physician to try to figure it out. Because then it kind of looked at you as being weak. Yeah. That was the biggest thing. Now, I'm so happy that guys are able to come out, because it does really show more strength than weakness when you're able to say, I have a problem, I have an issue, I need to get help for it. So I think back in the day, it was kind of taboo to even talk about it or even think about a coach taking a leave of absence. But this is a very high-stress job. It really is. And when you're in Cleveland, when you're in L.A., when you're in Golden State, when you have teams that are expected to win championships, it puts that much more pressure on a coach. So this is something that is new, because it hasn't been seen like this in a long, long time. And these coaches, I think, are doing the right thing, and the organizations, by saying, listen, you're coughing up blood.
Yeah.
You're losing sleep, or you're not getting any sleep. You have to get this taken care of as fast as possible, and we're going to make sure that we give you the right medical group or medical people to look after you and make sure this is not an issue in the future. And I think, again, as coaches, we always put team first. We never put ourselves first. And I love that Lou is starting to get that, from his team and from the organization, because he's a great coach, and he needs to be out there on that sideline.
Because so much is made of the players now, right? And the player health,
right,
the player rest. But when the players get on the plane, they usually go to sleep. The coaches immediately,
absolutely, yeah.
That laptop is fired up. At 1 o'clock after shoot around, the players are napping.
Yep.
The coaches are meeting.
Still in the office.
And they're still going through more and more film.
Right.
And then when the players are grinding, the coaches are grinding too.
Yep.
So I don't really know kind of where that downtime happens.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Summer.
And
you only get like 2 weeks of that. You know what I mean? Because after the season, you got to get ready for, well, teams that make the playoffs, if they go till June, you got to get ready for Summer League in July. You got to get ready for free agency in August. You might get 2 weeks in September where you can just, or late August, where you can just take a little time off and then get ready for the season that's coming up again.
Yep, that's why so many former players have a hard time adjusting to coaching. You're one of the few who pued it off. A lot of guys, Lee, we've had conversations. I didn't know it was going to be this much work, right? I mean, guys say it to me all the time, right?
Be here.
Here, an hour a day, baby. Ty Lue, as you know by now, has stepped away from the team. He has been dealing with some significant health issues for months. Heart issues, coughing up blood, sleep deprivation. Lou hopes to establish a healthier routine in his days away